is Nick again. Continuation of our 2 weeks boot camp for developing mobile and website. So right now, as you can see on the screen, I do create a first app or sample app showing the hello world text. So technically, the video composed right now of understanding the directories and files that are included rather on the iOS and Android uh, dependencies or tools, and also we will understand on how to go doing a sample app. Okay, so first and foremost, just to do these specific or do code this first app that we were doing, you should have downloaded Sublime Text or Atom or any text editor. But Atom and Sublime for me is the best option to choose from to create a a JavaScript React Native script building a mobile app. Okay, so to understand more further about React Native, just to show you, since I already have Sublime on my system. By the way, guys, if you don't have if you do, you didn't install yet Sublime or Atom, we just need on the previous video, you can go ahead and do install your your Sublime or Atom using Brew. Or else I'll share you the link below on this video if you want to go forward to manual install of Sublime and Atom. So just to give you a quick sample, you just need to type brew install Atom or Sublime. Actually, the good thing using brew is that you can go ahead and run two dependency just to install software. Okay, and once you already enter that specific code or command line, it will proceed to install the Sublime and Atom. Next, okay, to understand more further about this one, okay, I already uploaded or open the Saudi Wellness Plus. That's what the name of the project. Looking forward, this will be our main project uh, on the next video, doing like logins, other essential that we can create a basic mobile app. Okay, so technically I already uploaded my Saudi Wellness Plus folder under my home, and when you pull up all the files, it shows here all the folders for Android, iOS, and some script that depends on the React Native to run, the emulator, or other directories or essential that might help on your development of your mobile apps. Okay, so just do like an understanding what are the first initials that you will see on the file is app.js. Okay, so technically I'll just show you the default one because I do create my own app.js. The reason why it shows right now that it will be like the text view is hello world. So that the app.js default shows, if you remember on the first video, it is showing all the dependencies, instructions, and like a welcome note on your end, which on that particular or on app.js, this is the first file of any React Native app, or this will be like an entry point to do the app development process. So whatever you write inside this file, that will be get displayed on the mobile device. Next will be the node underscore module. This is the one. Okay, so node module, right? As you can see, this more have a lot of folder or dependencies installed, or directories. This folder contains the dependencies and packages that you use to develop the application. Okay, next will be the index.js. So index.js, I didn't change anything anyway here. So what is the component of this one? So this file is entry point to trigger the app on the device or a simulator. So technically there's a difference for index and app.js. So app.js will be the initial view, and your design app uh, do or contains all of the code that you want to show on. And index.js is like a trigger tool or script, so that you were able to run it to use simulator, like simulator of iOS or other um, actually it can be run on the website. There's a simulator for a website, and like Mozilla, there's a called package on Mozilla, or like a online running simulator that you can run iOS, Android, and a website. And also this registry is calling all the thing that here that I do create on the index.js is it can be called the two simulator for Android and iOS. Okay, so the next stuff that I would explain also to understand on your end will be the Android folder and iOS folder. So basically, as you can see here, there's another Saudi Wellness Plus, or the project name that I do, and for the Android, the specific directories, properties, and such. So this folder content are uh, containing some folders that related to the code on the app, or on the Android compatibility and iOS compatibility. The good thing why we use React Native, it's cross-platform. So technically, it can be run on Android and iOS. That's a good thing about this one. And then lastly, the package.json. So technically, all the dependency are get listed here. So technically, as you can see, it shows the name of the project, the Android, iOS, the script on how you will run it on React Native, and also the dependencies, or were this the version of your the tool that we're using right now, and some codes that in the future we can use to develop the app. Okay, so next. Okay, so the next topic that we will going to do is how to develop, or how we can modify the app.js. So we will just cross out this one. So we will just continue the app.js. So since I already typed the initial sample of app.js, I'll just explain you more further about this one. Okay, so it says here that import the app, that's a code component. So what is the component? What is component rather? So components are the visual elements that you can see on the screen of your app. So there's a lot of several components that we can make using the React Native core. So there's six broad categories. Number one is the basic core components such as view, text, image, scroll view, text input, and style sheet. So as you can see here, um, that will be in line on the second code. That will be the platform. So text technically platform include as well, because we're calling, or this component calling the dependency, or what they call this, the device that we were calling to run the specific app what we design. Style sheet, text, and view, this will be the content that we will input to the output of our app. So there are lots of components that you can search on. I'll also share it um, to the description below some of the codes, just to you on your end familiarize the components, because there's a lot. So just to make it sure that you can go ahead and do practice doing a project-based approach of creating an iOS and Android app. So the next line here is the export default class. So we are calling the class an app that extends to the component. So technically, this line explain, or just to summarize, is the component to call the the output that you want to showcase on your app. So uh, on this one, since it calls the view style, that will be the container, and the text style will be the instruction that you want to go forward on how you will show the hello world text. Okay, so as you can see, it was enclosed with the view. So technically this is for the um, view app that you expect on your app. So the const style, this is like a code that that showcase the style, or any instruction that you want to go forward with your basic app that we are doing. So for this one, the script rather showcase the background of or the content of your um, uh, or the component that you want to showcase should be at center and having the background color of hashtag F5FCCF, so that this method is like React Native style component file. Okay, so it's like a JavaScript object. Okay, to understand the new style object that you want to showcase on your app. So the next one will be the instructions. So the instruction is like a style as well, which this platform defines the alignment of your text. So with this codes, it summarizes the React JS component API, the setting of the development environment of React Native, and looking forward to as well reviewing the ES6 features, so that in the future, um, when since we're doing the start basic of creating an app, this will be like a stepping stone on your end to go forward to create a specific mobile apps. Okay, so now we can go ahead and do run the script. So once it's already running, done with your script on Sublime, you just make sure that it's saved. Okay, it's saved. So once we already save that, you just need to run your script by calling React Native run Android or iOS. So once or might you can go ahead and do um, call, or let's say here's the one second. uh, on this metronome, you just need a do shortcut by reloading the app. Okay, for reloading the app, you just need to press R. So you just need to press R on the specific uh, on the node terminal, so that it showcase the expected view of your app. So technically, as you can see here, it's downloading the script. Okay, and we will check if it's has already same working on your app. So here it is. Since for this one, I the first one that I do run on the terminal will be the native React Native dash run iOS. Where I just show it to you. Here's the code. Okay, so if you want to run it when you're already done, you just need to type np start React Native dash Android. And if you want to go forward to run on the iOS, you just need to change Android to iOS. So it's already loading, and specifically we expect that it will be showing the hello world text on this app. So here you go. We already seen that the app is working on the Android emulator. So now we can go ahead and do try at or loading the script on the iOS to make sure that the code is running as well with on iOS. So I just need to type react dot native, then run dash iOS. So once I do run the script, it will be load the iOS emulator and showcase the specific code that we already done with the appj.js essentials. Okay, you just need to wait on our on this end. It's already loading. So while waiting on the loading the simulator for iOS, okay, as you can see, it's already starting downloading the script under iOS and building on the emulator. Just to showcase as well, um, doing app on React Native is very simple. Okay, and just to add on the index as well, as just a reminder as well, or just an explanation on what we did on the index.js. Technically, also this will be like a root component to run the React Native app. Okay, on which where you were able to run your application. So as you can see, it's loading in very simple way. So it's doing. There you go, and that's it. So as you can see, the hello world is working fine. So it's launched successfully. So this is like a uh, code if we will have a deadlocks or such, but definitely we can dismiss this one and prove that the hello world script is loading fine on iOS emulator. Okay, so after this video, The next video on the next day that we'll upload is going to have or do create a login sample project. So technically, we will create a login page with having username, password, and we will showcase on the next video on how we install a database. But for this one, I do prefer Firebase. So that's a Google cloud storage that we will be using. So this will be like a great opportunity on our end to learn more about Firebase. Okay, so see you soon, guys, and have happy coding. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.